Okay, so I'm gonna block here. And I'm gonna sack this. No life for you. Okay. Come on, Dino. They have one card in their hand. I can't keep drawing land. We're only 37% hit land here, but kind of annoying. Go. I think I'm going to lose now. I need to hit them with a T-Rex. Or find an explosion here. Thrun is, you know, indestructible on my turn. I could Wrath the board if I could just find one. And keep my guy. Yep, they're going to gain a shit ton of life now. Yep. Why wouldn't you attack with the team here? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess my last hope is the big guy. So I'm gonna do this. I'll survive here, but I need to draw T-Rex off the top one time. T-Rex. That's close. I could still cast the T-Rex. Doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't. I'm one short now. Shit. Yeah, I have no choice. I have to cycle this to draw, but birch. Okie dokie. Darn. Thought I was gonna win that, but really rough draws. Man, we just drew a bunch of basic lands and stuff off the top there. Unfortunate. Yeah, doing good. Went to the LGS to get some... Oh, nice. Assassin's Creed, yeah. Sweet. How are the cards? Like, I haven't even seen any of the actual cards. Are they cool? Livia Precon. Nice. Okay. Sweet. That's sweet. She took... Oh, she just said it was smoking and Masquet. Nice. Honey, there's black smoke coming out of the oven. Are you doing, like, a special dessert? Or... No, oh, that's not supposed to happen? Oh, shit. She, like... Wasn't sure. Honey, black smoke coming out of the appliances. That's my... Yeah, my sister-in-law is kind of like that a little bit. She... Yeah. What drives me crazy, you know, and I've said this to people and they're like, oh my god, that is a deal breaker for me. And I'm like, yeah, it's super annoying. My wife will open a drawer or like slide out a drawer, take whatever, and then just walk away without sliding the drawer back in. Or she'll kind of like nudge it and it won't close. It'll just go a little bit close. It's like still like a big gap. It's like open. The cabinets, the drawers and stuff, I can't get her to stop doing it. It's insane. I don't know what to say. And people are just like, oh my god, that sounds like... That's horrible. I'm like, yeah, it's annoying. I'll tell you that much. I bumped into a cupboard before and things like that are open and I'm just like, I don't understand. Or she'll leave a room and not turn off the light. You know, things like that. It drives me fucking crazy. But, you know, we're in love. No, I'm just kidding. She's great. It's just, you know, everybody... I've got bad habits. You know, I'm sure there's things that I do that drive her crazy, but that just fucking... That drives me absolutely insane. That's a beige flag. I like it. What is a beige flag? It's like... It's not a red... Like, it's not like a deal breaker, but it's like... I wish it was not that... But what... What... Green flag is the best. Red flag is the worst. What's between red and green? I don't even... What do you get when you put red and green together? Purple? No, that's blue. Blue and green. Red and green is... It's brown. So that's a brown flag? Is that what you mean by beige? Yeah, it's a brown flag. There's some shit on it, but it's not a deal breaker. You're that person, Danny Lanza? Really? Oh, no. So how can you, like, okay, so how can you actually get out of habits like that? Like, really? Even some adults. I know adults that still chew their fingernails and stuff like that, or chew on stuff. Like, when I was in school, lots of kids chewed on shit. I think it's just a byproduct of being trapped in a classroom, like, and you're as a younger person for that long. It's kind of weird that we do that, but I think school doesn't suit a lot of kids, especially, you know, at certain ages and stuff. It's They're not really accomplishing much by sitting in a classroom. Like, certain things they have to learn, but for really young kids, a lot of it should be like outdoors and much more active learning, you know, that kind of stuff. Yes, I presume you had something there. So I can go fires plus Virch here. Hey, not amazing, but we're gonna do it. Okay, I think I'm killing this thing now. Because they can untap with give my guy hexproof type stuff. So let's just do that now, pass. You leave the cabinets open. Okay, you know what? I will say the one weird thing I do, it makes me feel like a goddamn king in my own house. Pooping with the door open. It feels fantastic. You feel like you're breaking all the rules, but it doesn't matter. I only do this when nobody's home. Astrals, you know what I'm talking about. Damien loves his wife, but he loves his Warriors control. Yes. Yes. Except it's like my relationship when you're married, it feels like I'm playing a control deck, but I have all the wrong answers in my deck. I definitely didn't bring the right sideboard for this. Or something. I don't know what the analogy is here that I'm trying to make, but I think I have to go X's 2, kill this Swift Spear, or I'm dead. What am I saying? I'm dead. Nah, I'm just actually dead. Okay. Let's go to game 2. And Basket. It's annoying, but it isn't a deal breaker yet. Stop calling you out. Yeah, it's, I poop with the door open, and I feel like an emperor. I'm a sultan. It's great. Neo looks at me like, is everything okay? Like, he's looking at me with, like, a concerned look through the doorway, and I'm like, I know. It doesn't feel right, does it? But it feels so right. It feels right. I know it's wrong, but when nobody's home, oh, yeah. And I don't even, no. I always turn on the fan. That's another thing. My wife will go to the bathroom and finish and wash her hands, then as she walks out she turns on the fan, and I'm like, you gotta turn it on. You know you're going in there to poop. Turn it on when you get in. Let the fucking fan start doing its work. You don't do it after. Now it's gonna take 15 minutes to clear that out. Come on. Ugh. Vampire's Vengeance. Braid. It's like, you know, I do a courtesy flush. When I'm at somebody else's house, I give them a courtesy flush. That turtle head hits the water, I flush. Before it even, that's it. I flush before it even, the timing, as soon as it, and that you flush when it touches the water. That's a courtesy flush. Then you go about wiping and everything else. Don't stand up, okay? Don't be a scruncher. Fold, wipe as many times until you can't see shit anymore. And then get up and flush again. By then, the water's refilled, you flush again. It's a two flush operation at other people's houses. Or, you know, you don't have a lot of respect. Always two flush. Always courtesy flush. It's the least you could do. Sky Turtle, bouncing things are actually relevant here. I'm going to keep that. I feel like spelunking is a little too clunky. Let's run it like this. It's a power move. Oh, yeah. It's exactly. I know, M. Basket. I know that I could. If my wife found out I was saying these things, she would not be happy. But shh. Okay, it's our little secret. Me and you, internet. Surely you won't tell anyone, internet, right? Whatever I say on the internet stays on the internet. Isn't that how email works? Like, these idiot celebrities who get themselves into, like, these situations where they say something totally fucking stupid. It's like, I love that people are that stupid that they advertise how stupid they are. And then everybody goes, oh, great, you're a piece of shit. Good to know. Get out of here. You're done. Not buying your crap anymore. I'm gonna keep this. Like, you know, people inadvertently ruining their own careers and everything else. And, you know, we were talking about this the other day. Like, you know, when Activision sponsors, somebody like Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman, and they get themselves in trouble by opening their mouth about something, like, you know, you think the people who are that shitty would know that they're shitty. They know that other people don't agree with their shitty opinions, so why would they broadcast them? And then you just have to shut up and take this giant corporation's money. That's all you had to do. But instead you opened your mouth. Like, I'm glad they did, because now, you know, people know, but it's like, what the fuck are people thinking? It's crazy. Idiots. First world restroom issues, yeah. Well, you're right, Wait for Fate, that's true. And I have shat in holes before in the ground. I mean, in Thailand, Korea, I remember the first time I lived in Korea, and I saw a squatter, like a squatter toilet. Oof. I think I actually have to play a fetch land here so I can Vengeance on turn 3. So let's do that. I didn't know what the hell. I'm like, and it was in a bar. I walked into a bar and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, there was no stall. And I'm like, I know, what was I doing shitting at a bar in the first place? I don't know. It was, you know, soju. But I was thinking, how do I do this? And I tried. I got down. I pulled my pants down around my ankles, but then I couldn't I was like, I'm gonna shit on the shit's gonna get on my pants. I'm like, fuck. How do I do this? This is. Is there an instruction book under the toilet? How do I? There is no toilet. It's a hole in the ground with like, you know, it looks like a toilet but like molded into the floor. And I'm just like, what the hell is happening right now? I could do a little baby World Souls Rage just to ramp. I kind of like that. I think I will. Because otherwise this guy starts getting large, right? Let's get another Brokers. And we'll get green here. This guy does 1 to me, sure. I gain 1. No big deal. Actually, I should have gotten blue there. That was dumb. Okay, there's a show off. And big attacks here, sure. But no toughness boost. So next turn I should be able to Vengeance this thing. Let's get the blue back here. Get another blue. Sadly, no analysts here. Really annoying, because then I could gain a bunch of life by putting all this stuff into play. I really should Vengeance now, but let's pass. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, we gotta go for it now. Hopefully they don't have some way to give him indestructible. Giant Growth? Is that a card this deck actually plays? Wow, Giant Growth. Go figure. Double Strike? No? No double strike, so I'm not dead. Wow, I didn't know they played Giant Growth. That's wild. Could bring back the World Soul. I can't World Soul him. 2, 3, 4. No. Could blood away a land here. Okay, let's try this first. See what we find. They only have 1 card. If I can deal with this guy, I mean, they're gonna have a 2/2, but hopefully I'm able to do something. God damn it. That is gonna be us dying, I think. Play untapped land here. Shigeki is still too expensive to bring anything back that I can do anything with. And I can Deluge. But anything I find off Deluge is not going to be good enough. Okay. Come on. And pass. I can't Shigeki here. It tapped our green, I guess. Oops. This dude. Surely they'll find something. Audacity and another Slick Shot. That'll do it. Alright. Losing to Gruul aggro. Unfortunate beats here. I don't think we lost a single game with this deck yesterday, but what are you going to do? Maybe I should play Niv to Life. Should we switch it up? Let's play the Niv to Life deck. Let's be results based. Let's get some life gain in here. Courtesy Flush is too risky. I once did that in the Toilet Cog. Oh, dear God. Oh, well, yeah, you gotta, okay, well, that, you fucked up the timing on that. I mean, if you, because if you flush too soon and the water disappears and then you're hitting porcelain there, bud, that's not, then it's, yeah, you're risking disaster. You gotta, so it's a tricky business. You've got to gauge, how big a loaf am I crunching here? Is it gonna be classy place, the DF16 Squadron? Not sure if you noticed. I'm gonna keep this, I think. I'm on the draw. I'm gonna keep this. Why are we talking about this? let's change the subject. It's my fault. I know. It's all my. It is totally my fault. But didn't report the stolen stool. Nice. Clips you get from the stream. Yeah, Basket. Yeah, I know. Well, the nice part is nobody makes clips, so no problem. See, it's nice not having a bunch of people watching, really, because then I don't have to give it. I can say whatever I want. Nobody can cancel me because I'm already nobody. Not that I would say shitty things anyway, but... Okay, this is not bad. We get to have Binding up at least. What am I playing against? Now I'm playing against the red-green deck that has no plays until turn 4, which makes no sense. Is this an aggro deck that drew all giant growths? What are we looking at right now? What is happening? Okay. I like it. It's fantastic, really. I feel great. Missing blue here, but... Yeah, a little bit awkward when my entire hand is blue. Except Binding. Need to find a herd migration. What is my opponent doing? What is am I taking crazy pills? When does red... Is this a dino deck? Is that... Oh my god. Okay, this I can name Dragon at least and resolve Niv Mizzet. Let's see if opponent can beat a Niv Mizzet. Balls in your court. It has hexproof from a lot of shit. I don't think you're gonna have a gold card that can interact with this, do you? Or an artifact? We'll find out. I've been seeing more and more Gruul Pile. Yeah, it's a very good deck. Yeah. Ruby? Oh, Ruby the 2-drop. Yeah. I'm thinking Ruby Storm. I'm like, wait, Ruby Medallion? That's not legal. Yeah, Ruby the creature. Yeah, I know which one. Interesting. Yeah, it's a very powerful... It's I think the best way to build it is almost like the old mono blue decks. It's actually like a combo deck. You know what I mean? You're trying to set up this one big turn where you just get to go... You know, I have my Jhin in play. It's a 15 power flyer, and I just go march your team, untap, hit you, march your team, I win. You know, like that's it. The best aggro decks, like those Gruul decks, they are like a combo deck. They're playing a bunch of things that give double strike. You're just trying to like set up, and that's why the Slick Shot show off is so good. Yeah, it's a ramp deck. Okay, so they just had no ramp, and now they're gonna smuggle. Interesting. Sure, I take some damage here. They get some stuff. I get ill-timed. But I might not have to here. Oof. Big whiff. Nice. Okay. So I can bind one of these things. I guess I have to bind the Terror. Man, I had such ugly draws here. I didn't find a blue source. I needed to find blue already so I could make my own luck, tuck Atraxa. Ask the Traxa for free. I think I have to eat the Terror of the Peaks here, or we are going to die. So let's do that. We'll hit for 5. And I'm gonna cycle this land. Pass. See if my opponent can kill us here. They might be able to. That's pretty good, but they need haste. See if they find something that gives haste here. That's not a good card to discover into. Yep. They get to put it in their hand, but ideally they don't have anything good in their hand to throw into play here. Or it mills for, I guess. They could have something on top. Let's see. Sunfall. Excellent draw. Okay. And there's a blue source, finally. I guess I'm doing this. Needed some life gain this game, too. Would have been nice to have a Cornucopia a little bit earlier, but... They're gonna Smuggler Surprise, and let's see if they can kill me. If they hit the Terror of the Peaks plus some big thing, I'm dead. But 2 of their Carnosaurs are already gone. Calamity? Oh, only 1 Calamity. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, they had a Terror in their hand. Okay, cool. Nice. I'm not sure this life gain deck might be able to get far out of range of that, so this is actually not bad. I'm going to bring in Go for the Throat. I don't know, I've never played really against this matchup. Negate. Tidebinder's probably good, just canceling their triggers. What do I want to cut here? Lightning Helix is not amazing. They're not going to have small creatures, and maybe I'll cut 1 ill-timed. Let's try it like this. Just countering their... whatever it's called, this should be pretty good. I wish we had a gold counter spell. That would be awesome, but... Gruul Control? Do they call it Control? I think it's just Gruul Ramp, right? They're mostly ramping into 6-drops. But, I don't know, I guess they have... What makes it Control? Because they play a Sweeper or something in the sideboard? I don't know. I think it's a ramp deck. Like Domain. Domain is a control deck. I think it's just a ramp deck, right? But blue-white is a control deck. Oh. Fucking hell. What am I doing here? Am I gonna mulligan this? I guess so. Ugly. Alright. Oh. Why the fuck do I keep getting called by HelloFresh? I will ditch the cavern. Leading with Jetmirs in case I... Well, I guess I would have to, yeah, I can leyline on 3 if I draw. Okay, now I have full domain. I could have migration there, but no reason to do that yet, I think. This lets us leave up Tidebinder plus migration. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave up Tidebinder from now on. And if they don't do anything, then I'll migrate. Sure. Rampity ramp. Could cycle a land, actually. But I think I'd rather get another island here. Or get another blue source, I should say, my island. Binderino. Let's pass. Still just gonna leave up Tidebinder here. Next turn I can play untapped land, pillage plus Tidebinder. And see how that goes. See what we find. Interesting. Okay. They besiege us here. Very interesting. Let's get another Rafines. It does mean that I can't Tidebind here, but so be it. I presume they're gonna cast their Surprise here and Prey. Let's see. Oh, it's Calamity. Deal. That's much better. Okay. I could plot this, but I think I'd rather leave up the Tidebinder here. Let's find something good, like that. We're going to 6 mana next turn. Yeah. Okay, I played my land, so let's pass. And see what happens. I'm assuming they've got something big here. Didn't find it. I would have taken a negate there, actually, too, but did not find. Instress, how you doing? Plot the tutor? I never do. I think it's a waste of mana. It's too cheap. I love just playing it. Sack an enchantment. Yeah. Okay. They get back this. I take 4. That's it? Wow. Okay. Could ill-timed here. Set up for the Niv-Mizzet. But then... Niv-Mizzet right now isn't great. What to do? I think I will ill-timed, actually. See what happens here. What is this thing? Cavern of Souls, right. So I've got to discard Atraxa. I can pillage into another Atraxa here. And if I keep Niv-Mizzet, I can cast Make Your Own Luck out of the yard. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, let's see what the next thing is they have. And then next turn we can either play Niv-Mizzet or I can pillage, leave up Tidebinder. I'm assuming now they're going to take their chance to play whatever the biggest thing they have is. Surprise or whatever, right? Trumpeting, sure. Oh, I need more liquid here. Should I get a beer? I've got to do a set of matches for the my video for YouTube today. I'm doing well, thank you, Keen Stress. To leave the mana paid, yeah, but I hate taking a turn off in standard. I feel like you just can't do that. Okay, so I could go Niv Mizzet and then Leyline the Trumpeting Carnosaur. It's pretty good. I'll do that. And should I wait is the question. I think I will. Let's pass. It's a weird deck, this deck. Again, I don't feel like it's a tier 1 deck. It just feels way too clunky. Like, again, I don't know how they ever beat aggro. They've got to have just a terrible match against all the aggro decks. But I know they side in a bunch of Brotherhood's End or whatever. I don't know if that's enough. But do another big thing. Like, Blue-White Control just dismantles this deck as well, right? Oh, Frillback. All right. Deal. Might have to explode again here. And if I discard, what, a 4-drop, then I keep Niv Mizzet alive? I could just make your own luck as well. That's also very good. Exile my graveyard. Oh, you douchebag. Okay, right. See if we can find a Wrath off the pillage. Terror off the top. Watch out. Yeah, like Blue-White Control with the sweepers and the counter magic just crushes this deck, right? Cavern of Souls is not enough to keep them off your back. Ooh, the tap land might be lethal here. Because I need to find a Sunfall, which I did. A little bit late. I'm at 19. Yeah, okay. Pass. Let's see what they do here. Sure. Let's turn off the terror. Okay. They get to make a mana. Sure. Sunfall's gonna be pretty good here. Yeah. Okie dokie. I take 10. Oof. Rough. Can I do this? Yes, and leave up. Oh, wait, I should have pillaged first, discarded my land. What am I doing? Oops. I'm an idiot. I should have actually... Yeah, I'm an idiot. I was going to activate this, but then I realized I could pillage there. Let's pass. Okay, let's see if they can beat a Sunfall. They've got to get lucky off the top here, maybe? They could have a surprise or something. That would maybe get them back in it. We have a 6/6. But they just lost a bunch of their top end. Oh, wow. Lucky. Okay. Oh, you luck sack. Okay. GG. Man, getting unlucky here against random... The tier 2 decks. Actually, Gruul is a tier 1 deck. That one we lost to previously with the other deck. I switched to this deck because I was playing against aggro, and then I didn't play against aggro. I play against ramp. So what should I play next? I keep switching, and we keep getting, like, a bad matchup for us here. I still think Temur Fireballs actually isn't a bad matchup against Gruul, but it's definitely one of their not good matchups in Standard. I don't know. It's close, but it's probably definitely in Gruul's favor. But yeah. Did top 8 the Pro Tour? What? What did? No, yeah, that Calamity deck? Not a chance. I think it top 8'd an MTGO challenge. That's the closest it got to winning anything real. I'm pretty sure. But it was in a challenge one weekend. That I think it did well in a challenge once, and then that was it. Let's try the Artifacts deck. I'm trying to decide what I have to do a 5-match set here for YouTube, and I'm trying to decide what I want to play, but... Yeah, the Gruul ramp deck is fun. I think it's a deck born out of players' desire to ramp into dinosaurs. There's just so many Magic players who love ramping into big dinos. It's why they keep printing sets with dinos and legendary dinos and everything else. I'm going to go get a drink here. So I think that deck is it's like Mono Black Control. People will play that deck even when it's bad, right? Even in almost every format. But, you know, traditionally, even in modern and formats like that, people still play that stuff. But I think it's a good deck. It's obviously powerful and stuff, but I just think it doesn't line up well against the other tier 1 decks. I feel like Boros and Esper mid-range and Blue-Eye Control probably smash you. Temur Fireballs is probably even a... I don't even know if that's a good matchup. You're praying to draw Tranquil Frillbacks every game, like multiple times a game. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it's a very good deck, but it's a fun deck. People love throwing giant... what's it called into play? What is it called? The Terror of the Peaks. As soon as they reprinted Terror, you know people are going to be playing Terror decks. It doesn't matter how good they are. People love... I thought it was going to be built around Storm the Festival, but it wasn't. So they've got their No More Lies here. They're going to counter whatever I play. I think I'll just do this, right? They can't No More Lies that. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink. Do with it, but all right. Oh, the synthesizer's back. Is it my turn? Oh, they just wait. Oh yeah, it's still my turn. Pass. Not gonna play anything here. Orange Slice, you know it, buddy. Let me get into this. This is a nice beer. This is the Steamworks Empress Double IPA. That's DIPA there on the can. It's beautiful. It's like a gold can. And then I think it says it there. Yeah, the Empress Double IPA. It's fantastic. It's 9%. It's very strong. Double and triple IPAs are usually very boozy. Sure. Deal. I should start demo fielding their lands, I think, actually. Because I know... Yeah, I'm going to probably demo field that Black Source. And then maybe demo field Anchorage. It's Friday, so we're celebrating. I also had one of these quad IPA. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a quad, but there's quadruples and stuff like that, but not double IPA because hops are so expensive. Usually when you get a double, I've had triple IPA, triple hopped, but it's so expensive for the brewery to make stuff like that. It's usually very expensive to buy. It's just not a beer you can drink, and it's very heavy. Like you don't want to drink. But look, it's not cloudy at all. Not super. Clear is nice. Like the cloudier it is, you're gonna have bad hangovers. It's probably like a lot of those cloudy beers. I don't know. Hazy IPAs are okay, but okay. So good though. It's so crisp and fruity, but no booze, no booziness at all. Oh, they have them, Tenub? Oh, dry hopping is the best. Yeah, but even just getting hops is difficult in a lot of places. Hold on, let me think about this. I think I'm gonna demo field the Black Source here. Let's see what happens. It's so expensive. Like when I lived in South Korea, I knew a lot of brewers over there. I was in the alcohol industry, importing alcohol, and that was right when the laws changed and small people craft breweries could start to operate. Like the first 8 years I lived in Korea, it was impossible to have craft beer there. You just couldn't because of the way the laws work. I'm gonna take a white source here. Okay, they don't have another black? Oh boy. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go for another field here. Or sorry, another Simpson. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it didn't use my... Oh, awkward. Okay. They No More Lies? Yes. Oh, they didn't realize I had the mana floating there? Did I just next level my opponent? I think I did. I floated a mana, and then I passed, and it looked like I only had 2 lands untapped, but I had a colorless floating, and they No More Lies. The reason I played that is because I could pay for No More Lies. They know I have 6 mana here. I guess they didn't realize I tapped Foundry. Punch you in the face? Aegis. Eat your Aegis! You guys remember So I Married an Axe Murderer with Michael Myers? Brilliant. Brilliant movie. They're never beating this. This is already way too much power on the battlefield. Yeah, they know. They're never, ever beating that. Nice. Esper. They were a little stuck on mana there, and then they didn't have a basic swamp. I punished them hard. So now we know that. That's huge info. Steel Seraph is good. It blocks Rafine. It also is very difficult for them to race, and they can't get rid of it. Go for the throat, cut down. All their removal doesn't hit it. It's one of the advantages of playing this artifact stuff. Get Lost is very good. They're going to have a bunch of not only creatures I need to kill, but also enchantments. I side out 3 steps a lot. I feel like against a lot of these decks, the advantage you get by playing a lot of artifacts and not spells, it's so good against their duresses and their that kind of stuff. You still have stuff they can take, but like Mightstone, Weakstone's really clunky. Trying to resolve that because they're gonna have no more lies, stuff like this. Like I just want to keep my things cheap and play around negate and duress. So Steel Seraph is really just the best card here. What do I cut now? Now it gets a little tricky. Braided Net. Take out maybe one more Mightstone. Braided Net is so good. Spider's good. Like everything's good here. I could cut one Foundry. I'm gonna cut one Braided Net. Yikes. Booziness. So yeah, booze is like a slang term for alcohol. So when we say something is boozy, it's kind of that kind of drink where as soon as you put it to your lip, like you can smell the alcohol. Normally, like, you know, some people don't mind that. Sure, I drink straight whiskey, you know, some nice whiskey. Of course, it smells like alcohol. But a typical cocktail or a beer, the higher quality stuff, it does a great job hiding that. So wine is like that, champagne, you know, other stuff. It hides the booziness. That's a really nice, like when I drink a spirit that's really, you know, well made and not trash, it's not, you can almost have it straight, you know, like really nice tequila to sip on is really good. Or like, you know, I remember the first time I had Hendrick's gin. I went to the Walker Hill Hotel where there's a casino. One of my buddies was a bartender there. And he knows I love martinis. I love gin martinis, very dry, just a splash of vermouth, that's it. And he was like, oh, I've got this new gin you should try. It's so good. And he's like, here. And he pours a shot, and I'm like, no, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't want to do a shot of gin. That's disgusting. Because gin is very, like, the pine flavor and it's not, it's like shots of other stuff, vodka and other stuff. You don't want to, I don't know, it's garbage. But he's like, no, just have a sip, just straight, because it's that smooth. And I'm like, really? Gin? And I sip it, and I'm like, yeah, holy fuck, like, it is really smooth gin. I'm like, it doesn't, like, burn all the way down kind of thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, Hendrick's is my favorite gin. I love it. I like Empress as well. Empress gin is really good. They make it up here on Vancouver Island, actually. Yeah, I guess we're gonna pass here. But anyway, so really nice stuff. So a beer like this that's 9%, it's not cloudy at all. Like it's well made, and it doesn't the smell, of course, isn't boozy, but even the taste, like a lot of times a really strong beer. I've been to the Philippines. Go have Red Horse. Red Horse beer. It's literally beer with gin added to it. Gin. It's crazy. I'm gonna go for a spider here. I think they're gonna counter this. But that's fine. At least they don't get to play a fairy or something here, right? And of course, we don't care if we lose one of these guys. Just get a counter out of their hand. Tangeray is shit, yeah, it's fine. I mean, again, I've had real bad stuff that you're not even allowed to import to Canada. But you go to other countries where the import laws are more lax, or the manufacturing laws are more lax. You go to some places, they like Korea. I remember there were brands of alcohol that were like $5 for like what would be in the States a 40-ounce bottle, like a 700 milliliter bottle of spirits. But like the Philippines had Red Horse beer, which was like 6% or 7%. It was just the same brewery that makes Tiger or one of those other beers. They also make this one. It's just their other beer, but with gin, basically. And it's boozy. Like, you can smell it. It's just like, no. So do I synthesize here, or do I hit Rafine? This is actually interesting. I think I'm going to hit Rafine here, to be honest. Okay. I don't want to let them untap here. So anyway, some stuff is not great. I think the really nice stuff, you know, you go to... I've judged mixology contest one time at a restaurant in Korea because they wanted people who were in the alcohol industry. So I was there. Another import owner guy was there. Name's Daniel, Swedish guy. Started a company called Indulge. They ended up being huge. And we were very jealous of them. But hold on a second. I think I'm just going to pass here. I've got Get Lost for a wedding announcement, and I've got Spring Loaded to kill their fairy. They're gonna... Oh, it's a Virtue. Okay, spring loaded doesn't hit virtue. Sure. And a fairy? Whoa. Okay, that's actually annoying. Right. Okay, okay. Let's see what they do. They're gonna crack me for 4. I'm gonna let that happen. 9% cheers, Dogfish Head. Ooh, 90-minute IPA. What is a 90-minute IPA? What is that referring to? That's interesting. No, I want the recommendations though, because then I have stuff to look for. So give me a good. I know you know your shit. So hold on, Teneb. Let me. I think somebody else told me about Dogfish. Dogfish IPA? 90-minute IPA. What does that even mean? Does that have something to do with the production? Okay, I've got to stop on second main here and get lost this thing before their guys get pumped. Okay. I need to find land here. Yikes. I've got Depop. I don't need that, actually. Okay. So I've got Depop next turn. Let's hope they rock a Raffine or something here. They might just slam Virtue again. We'll see. Oh, it's just the name. Okay. Oh, is that why? 60. Oh, interesting. So you're saying it's 9%. So it's a is it like it's like a double IPA then? Yeah. Oh, are you talking about? Is that how they break it down? 9% in about 1.5 hours? I mean, that's weird. Interesting. I think I just depop here. And then I Simpson? Let's see. If I draw an untapped land, then I can even play around No More Lies. Ooh, Aklazoots. Okay. Sure. I think Braided Net is the call here. And let's see if they have a No More Lies. Not much I can do. If they do, so be it. But then I can spring loaded the Aklazots. I can deal 5 damage to it. It won't become a 6/6 till their end step. Pass. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Wow, what a draw. What a draw. Okay, that was very lucky. They get to take our one answer to Aklazot. Oh. No? Did they fuck that up? You don't... Okay. Let's kill this before they draw, or before they make a dude here. Emperor. Sure. Good, you're tapped out. I don't know, maybe we can survive this? We'll see. If I draw an untapped land and I can double do... Oh no, I can't do both of these things, right? Okay, well maybe Synthesizer finds us a Wrath here, but no, I'm dead, aren't I? I need to find a removal spell right now. Let's see. Okay, a little too slow on the draw here, I guess, against Esper. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's see what the next card is. Oh, so close. That would have done it, too. Okay. Running it back. Hey, Welle, how you doing? Annoying bats. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think they top decked that. If they had that already, they would have cast it, but... Anyway. I didn't know that. Is that an actual fact? So 9%. But I mean, we're talking roughly speaking here, right? Like, because humans are so different in terms of genetics. It's wild. I mean, some people are lactose intolerant. Some people have allergies that kill them if they have things that I eat every day, you know? Like, humans are so strange. One of my mom's cousins, a really wonderful lady, just passed away from cancer in Portugal. We met her when we went to Portugal in 2009. She was so awesome. She took us out in a bunch of places. She came to Spain with us. She was an architect, and she was really good. She used to go travel all around the world doing projects on bridges and overpasses and different stuff, like that kind of an architect. I have a picture on Facebook when we were at her house, because she traveled all around the world. She had souvenirs from everywhere. She had a tusk a real ivory tusk from an elephant. It was like this big. It was so heavy, and which is so illegal nowadays. But back in the 70s or whatever, she was just like, oh, that's awesome. She brought it home. She would just do that. Her whole house is full of like shit she's brought from all over the world. It's wild, and it was really sad. She passed away. And genetics, cancer. You know, she was like 62 or something, 63. Like it's shitty that, you know, there's nothing you can do. Like she had been diagnosed a few years ago. They took care of it. They thought it was all gone, and then it just came back, and that was it. Within a few months, she was done. It was sad. Sorry, Pappy, how you doing? Good luck, buddy. Hopefully you're crushing the ladder. I'm being very depressing right now. Sorry about that. But let's steer this back toward the match here. So we're going to be going into an event here after, or maybe I'll just do a 5-match set in on the ladder. But you guys have to tell me which deck I should play. So I'm going to get the votes up here, and we'll see what people want to see me play. We've got a few different decks I could run, and we'll just do a 5-match gauntlet as if we were in an event or something. I could actually do an event. Maybe I should just do that. But I'm trying to get to Mythic real quick before we do that. Where is the voting? Okay, I'm not sure what I want here. Yeah, I'll keep the spider on top. New poll. Matches. For the next 5 matches, which deck should we play? We've got Temur Ramp, Blue-White Control, Blue-White Artifacts, Niv to Light, and is there anything else? I could make another deck? Something new. Oh god, I'm scared. Okay, get your votes in. Let's pass. Could jam something here, but I'll wait for them to play their 2-drop. Sure. And then they'll tap out for Rafine here, maybe. Okay, get your votes in. Which deck should we play next? This is going to be for a 5-match set here. Try and get up to Mythic. Not in 5 matches, but keep grinding on the ladder. Hopefully you're doing well, Pappy. Hopefully life is good. Good now. Been fighting with Steam payment. Yeah, so it looked good to me. Huele. Well, I don't. You know, again, I don't want to really talk about this, but no, I'm gonna take it. I need this as a land. It looked like it was working. It just didn't do anything when I actually went through with the payment. So I think it's that's because it's a sandbox mode or whatever, right? I don't think I can just sit there buying tons and tons of the currency. Rutabagas. Why Rutabaga? That was a weird. When I saw it, I'm like, is that just a placeholder? What is up with that? Oh, they can't actually. What am I saying? They can't actually no more lies here. It's got to be negate or something. Make disappear. I don't think these decks play that anymore. Yeah, I get to do this. Should have probably done that last turn. I'm not thinking. Gotta start using my brain a little bit more. Pest control? Wow, that is not what you want against us, right? I get it though. They want to, stop all of our tokens, but you gotta stop the thing that makes the tokens. As soon as I play another 3-mana artifact, all those tokens are back again. They scoop. I guess they didn't have a land. Okay, well, GG. Oh, the 7-stream streak. Thank you, buddy. That's a whole week. Good. Oh, you could? Oh, so I couldn't. I tried to buy multiple times. I was just trying the $5 one, but it wasn't doing anything. I wasn't getting any. I don't know. Maybe I had to log out and log back in. I haven't relaunched it since I did that, but okay. Okay. This is a strange question, but Huele, did you add me on Facebook as a friend on Facebook? I don't use Facebook anymore, so I very infrequently go on there, but sometimes I do for, my D&D group insists on using a Facebook group chat. So I have to go on there every once in a while, and I saw a friend invite. I'm like, oh, who's this? And I don't know who it is, but I thought maybe it was you? Okay, I'll try again after this, Swelle. I'm going to be playing, streaming and stuff, but tonight. Okay, let's do this. So, let's see. Ooh, something new to people? Oh god, you savages. You know what I was gonna do for something new here? You ready for this? Happy's gonna love this deck. Hold on. Let's try this. I don't want to play something new. I've got to do this for YouTube, so I'm not like gonna embarrass myself with some pile. I'll embarrass myself with a tier 1 deck, thank you very much. There's this. I have to craft a Harvester of Misery and a Sword of Forge and Frontier. Oh, there's a Harvester in the sideboard. I don't know what this deck is doing. You can guess where this deck is from, can't you? Do you know the nationality of the player who created this deck? Yes, they're Japanese. It's true. So, Jund Ramp, it's got 4 Scrap Gorger, and that's really it. And then all one-ofs. Just a bunch of one-of... Well, the removal, I guess, is 3. I don't know why they're not playing Go for the Throat. Infernal Grasp makes no sense over Go for the Throat. This deck apparently did well at some tiny tournament with, like, 18 players. I can't do it. Oh, I love D&D Keen Stress, yeah. I used to stream D&D. We used to have a campaign on Roll20, and I streamed all of our episodes. It was great, but that was... My channel was... There was only like 30 people or something watching, 20-something people, and then we lost our DM. So couldn't keep going. Could jam that deck. What is the second most favorite deck here? We've got Niv to Light. People want to see another Niv to Light episode. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Baked Onion Juice.
Baked onion juice. That sounds delicious. Welcome to the squadron, my friend.
I love baked onion juice. My mom used to give that to me when I was a kid. Puts hair on your ass. All right, let's we'll jam one more. I'll wait for this Twitch poll to finish. It's 5 minutes left. Come on, get your votes in. What should we play? We've got Temur Ramp, Blue-White Control, Blue-White Artifacts, Niv to Light, and something new. Two votes for Niv to Light. All right, well, you know, let's see. I want to check my... this is going to be for the YouTube channel. I just played the Niv to Life deck yesterday. But okay, I could jam it again. I should wait for the poll to finish here. But we will. You didn't? Okay, good. Okay, somebody... they were from Korea, but it was a... I don't know. I thought it might have been a you, maybe, but because I don't know you. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Roll20. Yeah. Dark Eye. Oh, it's a different game? Interesting. Yeah, it's Roll20 is great. I mean, I use D&D Beyond as well, but I love that exists, you know, and it's really fucked up that Wizards actually tried to stop that from all existing. And it's good that they reneged on that and went back and let people have that stuff. But thank you, Baked Onion. Oh, goddamn, thank you. Hey, been watching for a while. Appreciate that. I don't know why anybody bothers watching me, but okay, we'll play one more match while this poll goes. We're 2-2 here. I'll do one more match. Blue-White Artifact is not gonna win, so we'll play one more match with Blue-White Artifacts here, and then we'll switch it up. Trying to get to Mythic the hard way, playing goofy bullshit. Wolf, I'm good, thank you, man. How's your week? It's Friday. Hopefully nobody blew their little fingers off yesterday, all you Americans out there. Oh boy, I know you like blowing your fingers off. Fireworks, man. When I was a kid, my uncle, he owned a trucking business in Winnipeg. He would go down to the States often, and he would bring fireworks back. And I'm pretty sure they were illegal in Canada, but he would bring them back. He had a trucking business. He'd probably smuggle all kinds of shit. He was probably a drug dealer. Anyway, he would bring crazy-ass fireworks, like the big ones, the ones you could only buy in the States. And, well, I still have all my fingers, so. He does too. We never had any serious accidents. This is ugly. Double Surveil Land, though? I think I'm going to keep this, actually. We might find something worth keeping here. You knew a guy that did that? Oh shit. People are crazy. Like the fireworks companies literally have to put warnings on their products saying, do not launch this from an orifice. Please. Do we have to tell you? Don't launch your no. I know Steve-O did it. I know they did it on Jackass. They're professional idiots. You're not. I know you're an aspiring professional idiot, but trust me. Don't put that firework in your ass and light it. I know how many likes you're gonna get on TikTok. It's not worth it. Trust me. Fucking TikTok. He did it at least once. Are you serious? People are insane. I think the internet has made it worse. Like, there are kids who die from these stupid TikTok pranks, like holding your breath as long as possible. It's like the stupid shit that kids have always done, but because now there's like, they're actually getting 1 million people watching and getting attention and maybe even money. It's like encouraging people to act like morons. Like, it's crazy. Anyway. Am I an old man yelling at the clouds? Whenever I say these kind of things, I feel like I worked in tech support. I love computer technology. Great. I want to be on the cutting edge. I feel like I am in a lot of ways. I pay attention to a lot of, stuff like that. But at the same time, I hate social media. That is not the way forward. That is not the cutting edge technology. AI? Are you fucking kidding? It's a misnomer. It's a marketing term. There is no AI. It's just a fucking bot that regurgitates everything we plug into it. All your Reddit posts. It's crazy shit. Anyway. I don't need to deal with these novices. These amateurs. That warden, though, that thing's a problem. I gotta kill that. They don't even have red mana. Weak. Whew. It's getting hot in Vancouver. I'm getting hot. I'm getting riled up over TikTok. I gotta simmer down. The German video, they put fireworks in their pee-pee, man? What? In their dick. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, Keen Stress, I don't know what kind of 4chan shithole that you went down, but don't look, yeah, I don't want to see a video of a guy putting a firework in his pee hole. Alright, Caesar knows, right, Caesar?
Thank you for the follow, Caesar. You're a goddamn legend.
Literally. Resolute. Alright. Bike in a sense forest? In a dense forest. Yeah, that kind of stuff's crazy too. I have a buddy in Vancouver he lives in North Van. He does that kind of stuff. The last time we all played board games, he had this huge scab like all across his forehead. It was like this big. And as soon as you see him, I'm like, oh my god, you look like the fuck. What happened to you? I'm like, are you okay? Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's super bad. Is my opponent cheating? Maybe they're looking at my hand. Ouch. Saw blades, no good. That's embarrassing. Ugh. Oops. Oh my god. Another. Oh, come on. Not like this. Really? Flip it and rip it. Anybody play that little pack opening game? Don't write this, Keen Stress. That sounds horrible. On Twitter now, yeah. Majority of the US is German heritage? I don't think that's true at all. That's absolutely not true. Yeah. If you want to jumps from 18 meters at the street, yeah. I mean, the internet's full of stuff like that. Even right since its inception, way before social media. I mean, fugly.com and what was the other one called? They were like, what was the one with like samurai guy? Oh, I can't remember what it was called. That kind of stuff. But I think most people in the US would track their heritage. Actually, now it's so mixed. I bet you it's close to there is no actual super majority of ethnicities or anything. But most people would, I imagine, historically be British or from the, France, Britain, Dutch, mostly Western Europe, I would say, but could be wrong. Okay. No artifacts to bring back. Things are not looking great here. I have a land, so I lose. But fugly.com, yeah. You remember that place? What was the other place? It was called like it had like a flash animation of some samurai. It was like red and white samurai guy. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but hey, Thorin, how you doing? Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, keen stress. You know what? You're right. Like, people are more crazy in some ways, but they're less crazy in other ways, right? In North America, we have people who are nuts about some things that in Europe, people are like, what? You know, it was hilarious to watch the UK, Rishi Sunak stepping down and the election, whatever. There's a new prime minister incoming. And when he's doing his, like, concession speech, the people behind him, Britain has no restriction on who can run in the election. All you have to do is pay £500 or 500 euros or whatever. Or did they go back to pounds? I don't know. Pay 500 and get, I think, 100 votes or something, and then you get to stand up there on the stage. So there's like a guy in an Elmo costume. There's like a guy with a ridiculous hat. There's a YouTuber standing behind the prime minister who's giving his concession speech with a big piece of paper with an L on it. I'm like, what? When I see that in the UK, I'm just laughing. South Korea was like that. When the elections would happen, they would have news programs, and they would do like it was like South Park. There was like a cutout of the guy's body with like a head and the other person, and they would have a fight, and they had life bars at the top. Like, the incumbent said this, ooh, 30 damage. The guy would take damage, and then he says this in response, and and I'm just like, this is hilarious. This is how it should be. It's ridiculous. We should treat it as such, you know? But in North America, we take it far too seriously. The States, it's a shit show. Okay. It is a serious matter. That's what's so funny about it, but I do. So Boros. I'm gonna go. I like Seraph. And Tidebinder's pretty good. So is Get Lost. I think Mightstone Weakstone's too expensive. And Braided Net is not amazing here either. Alright, let's rock that. You're good. Nice. Finished drawing. Oh, nice. How long did you spend drawing? Yeah. Go look at the pictures from him doing his acceptance speech. It's hilarious. There's Elmo in the background. So Nib to Light and something new tied for the poll here. So I guess we're going to do Nib to Light. Come on, really? Give me one good game at least. Sure. Keep this. They're deciding. Just 2 hours. Nice. A retro game tattoo. Oh, cool. Oh. Yeah. That's interesting. I bet you every artist has a different answer to this, but I want to ask, do you enjoy the jobs where you get to kind of do what you want more, or do you enjoy the jobs where your client is more specific and tells you, look, this is exactly what I want. This is all you have to do. I would feel like the second one is easier, but I think a lot of creative people want to flex their creativity and do it their own version. You know what I mean? I feel like if I commission an artist, I don't want to give them a ton of specific detail. Like, I don't want to tell them how to do their job, right? Like, I'm hiring them for a reason. I like their style. Here's the idea I want. Here's the concept. Now you show me what you can come up with. I don't know. It's harder for the artist, but yeah. Good evening, Sitar. How you doing? Do what you want is the best for name fame. So why? So if somebody says do whatever you want, hold on. Do you go, not go crazy, but do you do something that you wouldn't normally do? Okay, so let's jam this. I'll kill this. And then I'll kill this. Freedom Far More Baked. Oh, and programming. Yeah, see, exactly. And when I was an actor. I was a voice actor and actor for many years, and I was doing it in Asia, where a lot of the way business works there, when someone is paying someone else for a service, they feel like they should have total creative control, which means every time I did a voice job, very rarely would the company not send their representative to the studio, and they would be in there with the sound engineer on the other side of the glass from me, and they would be giving me direction. And it felt kind of annoying because a lot of times, like, this is English stuff, and I say a word, and they're like, "Oh, can you say it like this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but the way it's written in the script is actually like wrong. It's like grammatically incorrect." And they're like, well, okay, but that's the script that headquarters gave us, so can you just do it like that? And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, stuff like this. Or like, you know, some of the commercials that were in that went viral because they were so bad. I had to go on the internet and basically explain on Reddit that this is, you know, it's like this for a reason. The client is Samsung is there. The people are doing, you know, who are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for this big commercial are there, and they want to have total control. That's just how it is. So for creativity wise, for an artist, it didn't work very well. I'm gonna kill this now. But yeah, like so, and I can only imagine the director, my producer at KBS, one of the guys I worked with on one of the very last shows I did there. He was always complaining about this because he was a producer and he would get the kind of direct. He was awesome. He was creative. He loved doing, you know, he did documentaries and stuff, and then he did our kids show, and he said he hated when the executives would get their fingers in there and fucking ruin everything, right? But it's different for a tattoo. I feel like, I don't know, if I was an artist taking a commission, I would want to know exactly what they want because I would want to make sure they're happy, right? Like, what if they're not happy with what I do? I would feel weird. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not an artist in that way, so I don't know. Maybe if I was, I would feel differently. You can't change Bart Simpson. Yeah, I know what you mean, Thoran. Yeah. But what do you mean name fame? So let's say if I said do whatever you want, you would be like, okay, I'm going to really do something crazy, nice, and really wild here so that maybe it gets attention? Is that like, or I don't know. Is 0? Okay. It's midnight here. Okay. Take care, Keen Stress. Have a good night. See ya. Chase Unique Styles. Yeah, right, Thoran. Yeah. Yeah, like I see a lot of that. There was one of the people in Korea that I knew who did tattoo art. Ooh. Midane's on top. He was married to a Canadian woman. They moved back to, he's a Korean guy. They moved back to Toronto. And he had a very unique style. He did it with like dots. He would almost use all these little tiny dots to create these kind of like images that look like it almost looked like old newspaper printing dots. Do you know what I mean? On like Saturday morning cartoons. Like there's a name for them. I can't remember, but sure. Consultations. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Do sketches first. Oh yeah, that's right. That would make sense. So it's a process, right? Yeah, you go back and forth. I change this, change that. Yeah, that makes sense. Dot matrix. Yeah, it was kind of something like that. Dot matrix. Anyway, it was kind of that style, and he got kind of famous. He got, because in Korea it's illegal, so they have to advertise on Instagram. If you want to book an appointment for a tattoo, it's all got to be done through private messages on Facebook or Instagram, or I guess Discord now. I don't know. You know, they get raided. The police will raid the tattoo place and take all their tools and everything. You're not going to jail for it, but it's expensive to replace everything. So most tattoo artists try not to get raided. But it happened to my ex-business partner, his ex-wife. My old business partner's ex-wife was a tattoo artist, and they're not together anymore. But when they were, another one of our friends went to her actually and explained the whole process, and she told us before about getting raided and her friends getting raided and stuff. It's crazy. Oh, it is Huele, yeah. In Korea, it's illegal to administer anything that pierces the skin unless you're licensed. So a doctor can give you a shot, but nobody else can give you a shot. You know, like that kind of stuff. Like, it's got to be specially trained people who've passed certain courses and everything. So tattoo, because the needle breaks the skin, it's illegal. That's why it's illegal. But I'm pretty sure it still is. I didn't hear about that changing, but you do that also, Thoran? Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you know, but it's one of these things that's illegal, but they turn a blind eye. Like, I'm sure the police know that there's a bunch of tattoo shops operating or whatever, but they don't do anything about it. That's unfortunate. I've got to do this. Okay, well, maybe I flip this glyph bridge now. I'll flip it off the spring-loaded. But, oh, yeah. Oh, I know, Huele. It was like that when I was living there still. But people having tattoos is not illegal. People giving tattoos is illegal. So, yeah, where are all these people getting tattoos? Well, yeah, that's... Prostitution is illegal, technically, in Korea as well. Have you heard? It's clearly not actually banned anyway. Like, it's everywhere all the time. I die. Darn. But yeah, it's everywhere. It's a big business, so people will do it even if they, you get raided every few months. Sure, it's $500, 600, $1,000 to replace all your shit. But you're making far more than that, so it pays for itself. Like it's a lot of stuff is like that. My wife, when she first started her Pilates studio, they said you have to have a specific kind of sign outside. Or no. That was the second studio. The first studio she had was in an office tel, and they said the office tel, it's basically a huge apartment building, but the apartments aren't residential. They could be residential or they could be used for business. Except there's a bylaw that says you cannot use these office tel apartments for a physical education, anything to do with physical exercise. So working out, yoga, Pilates, like all that stuff has to be in the basement of the building, where they have a full gym or whatever. But of course, tons of people have these private Pilates studios because all you need is about 700 square feet, and you can have a few machines in there. And she worked at a place like this for years, where they had 3 different locations in the same apartment building. So one was on the 5th floor, 2 of them were on the 8th floor, and they were just so busy they kept opening new ones. So she did the same thing. And then I guess the gym in the basement of her building found out there were all these places above them. They went and reported everybody to the GU office, to the district office. And so the district person came around and said, okay, you can't operate this kind of business in here. And my wife's like, oh shit. And they're like, you have a choice. You either have to relocate your business in like 3 months or whatever. We'll give you 90 days to relocate. Or you pay $2,000. And she's like, what? Well, okay. And so she tells me this and I'm like, what? So that's all you have to do is pay $2,000 every 6 months or whatever, and you just get to keep operating. Like the fine doesn't go up; it's just the $2,000. So it's almost like just the cost of doing business. So you can essentially operate illegally, and you just pay the fine every month. It's just a fee. Tons of shit is like it doesn't make any sense. If you make laws for stuff, you have to. You can't just let people keep doing it. Either the penalty has to escalate, or. But that's how it is with a lot of shit there. The sign was the same thing. So tons of businesses. This is why you have all kinds of accidents happen and other shit. Like nobody's actually following the rules when it comes to that stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, that's a lot of countries that are, less regulated, right? Anyway, I will play the Niv to Light deck, and we're going to do 5 matches here. So let's do a little intro, and we'll do this for the YouTube channel. Here we go. Oh. Let me actually move over a little bit. There we go. Welcome everybody, here we are for another 5-match set. Today I left it up to the chat and they chose Niv to Life again. So we just did a series with this deck. We're going to do one more. The deck felt pretty good. I mean, we do have a good game against aggro and stuff. I think our game against control is not bad. With the Tyranaxes in the board. Green-black we ended up beating a couple times, which was good, because that was not a good match. I haven't even seen Temur ramp yet. That would be one of our bad matchups, but I just never see it on the ladder. So I don't think I'm going to change anything. I think 2 caverns is good. I could go to 3. I'm often looking for a cavern. Maybe I will. I'll cut a Yavimaya Coast and go up a cavern. That could be crazy. Watch me get mana screwed. All right, I will see you in round 1. Okay, that's going to be where we cut that. All right. Catch up with you guys. Bravery, you're allowed to sell it. Nobody. Oh, what are we talking about? Programming, freedom in the job skills, broad ideas. Yeah, let me just catch up for a sec. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too, Baked Onion. That was a big perk of being in the entertainment business. It's very much a people business, But yeah. They vote again for tattoo artist specific. Oh, good for... Wait, they're voting? So, like, people who are in the tattoo business vote for somebody? Interesting. Weed in the Netherlands, yeah. Is weed not legal in the Netherlands? But... Oh, nobody's allowed to grow it, but you're allowed to sell it? Yeah, right, like the weed shops and stuff. Yeah, I used to live there, Bravery, yeah. Export it, come see me in jail, yeah. Illegal legal business fee. In a way, Dark Wolf, yeah. It's how people get around that stuff, yeah. No wings, nice. Okay, let's get this show on the road. You guys are being ridiculous. But yeah, like it's kind of silly. Like a lot of laws are like that, and you just feel like, what is the point of having these laws if people can just skirt them? I mean, you see this in the U.S. with big corporations, like when they say banks are too big to fail and all this kind of stuff. It's the same kind of thing. But Anyway, it's different though. Like average businesses are doing it and whatever. Okay, hold on. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are for round number 1. Neo's joining us. Hi, bud. Giving us good luck. We win the die roll already. Goifman. Uh-oh, boomer magic here. Let's keep this. I think this is good. I'm gonna go Spars into Lightning Helix on turn 2 if I really want, but I think I'd rather just get full domain here. Oh, we're playing against blue-white control. Deal. Or I guess it could be Esper mid-range still. But more likely blue-white control. Yup. Oh, I don't play too many of those, but... Cornucopes. Dude spent a lot of money on his card styles here, him or her. Yeah, counter this. Oh, wow. They don't have a no more lies. They use the hard counter. Nice. Good. Good to know. Okay. Draw some cards. No. Pass. Maybe gonna blast an Emperor here if they have. No. I'm just gonna blast them. One of the ways you win with the deck, I haven't done it yet, but apparently one of the people who was playing this deck, the person who gave me the list said, oftentimes you win against blue-white control by simply burning them, and then playing a Niv Mizzet and burning them out of the graveyard for the last, you know, bunch of damage. Because once you have a couple Lightning Helixes in the yard, you can just burn them, basically, in the late game. But, oh, I'm in the middle of the... Yep, thank you for... My bad. I was showing the deck list, forgot to move back over. Appreciate you. My turn. Yeah, I think we are going to cycle here. We're going to get another blue source. I should probably get white, actually. Yeah, let's get white. And pass. So now I'm not going to ill-time because I have the mana to untap and ill-timed and pay for No More Lies. They don't have anything on the end step. No Deluge, no Emperor. Wow. A bunch of sweepers in their hand, maybe. Ooh, Mirex is a good draw. That is one of this deck's weaknesses. They don't have a Field of Ruin, so I could pillage. Let's pillage. Well, no, you know what? Let's plot the pillage. Actually, hold up. So let's explode first. Yeah. And then I'll plot the pillage. Okay, I played... I haven't played a land yet. Okay. Pass. Now I can pillage for 0, get the cavern, slam Atraxa, and fill up. I could also make my own luck, but I feel like that's going to get countered, right? I could pay for No More Lies, but I'm sure they have a hard counter by this point. Oh, there's the Field of Ruin, but we'll see. Okay. And of course they have an answer for this, but we'll just fill up and be fine here. Oh. Okay, never mind. Main deck Tidebinder, pretty good. Pass. Okie dokie. I thought they would just, you know, deal with the aftermath of me drawing cards, but if they can Tidebind, that's pretty good too. I'm not going to use the ley line here or anything, even though they're tapped out. Yeah, we'll pass. Okay. Presume they're gonna have to Sunfall or something here. No? Okay. Drawing 2 Sunfalls sucks. Swing! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kinda like sun falling here. Getting a 2-2. I ley line. The Emperor's not really doing anything here. I think I'm gonna let it slide. Sure. Okay. Take it. Swing at Emperor first, see what happens here. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you guys are right. Big Tunion's right. Facetious banter. I did not bring miss much. Nice. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I could Sunfall again here and get their land. That's pretty good. And then I can still Binding Emperor. Sure. Opponent's trying to figure out what to do. Really? Wow. Okay. That's amazing. So now I can Leyline the Emperor, and they're going to respond to make a token, and then I can Sunfall. What are they doing? Why would you do that? Oh my god, okay, I don't even need to Binding now. Okay, deal. I'll eat your land. I actually don't need to Binding here, so let's just pass the turn. I was gonna Binding, I was assuming they were just gonna let the block happen. I was only a 2-2 there. What are they doing? Okay, I'll Binding in response here. That way they can't Emperor. Yeah, resolve. See if they Tidebind this. They might. They want to save Emperor? No. Ouch. Tapping out. It's dangerous. Oh. Oh. Okay, good. No counter magic up. They don't play negate main deck anymore. Sure. Plus I've got a 2-2 coming in on Emperor here. Now they tempt lockdown. Okay. Yeah. They had that rotting away in their hand the whole game, I guess. Okay. Wow. Well, thank you for letting me resolve Atraxa. I appreciate that. Okay, I should have probably played the, Trophy kills Mirrex. Oh, so does Beseju. I should take Beseju Lightning Helix here. Okay. Let's go Cavern. And then I can go... Oh, I shouldn't have played Cavern there. That was dumb. I can Beseju the Field of Ruin? Is that crazy? And then Binding the Emperor. Okay, so hold on. Let me... I'll Bind first here. Should kill Mirrex here probably, but I'll do this. And pass. See what they do. They're almost certainly going to have to kill the Atraxa here. But then we get to Niv Mizzet, and I get Pillage the Bog, Lightning Helix ill-timed. Ah, sure. That's one of the few cards that can answer Niv Mizzet here, so if they use that, they probably have another one, right? The life is pretty irrelevant here. I don't need to lead with Cornucopia, I think. I'd rather just leave my mana up. Okay. Let's pillage, discard Cornucopia here. And what do I take? Herd Migration. Could take another Niv Miz. I think I will. Okay, let's pass. We've got 4 mana up here. I'm going to start burning them out with Lightning Helix, I think. Plus Niv Mizzet attacks. Niv Mizzet can't be touched by Wandering Emperor or any of the spot removal. It has to be Sunfall. Yep. Gain some life. This is game 1. This is a game where they should have the advantage here, but we're actually going to win this game, I think. Hit me. These guys are irrelevant. I have 50 life. The only thing that matters is the Mirex tokens. Are the Mirex tokens, I should say. Okay, got me. So let's Niv Miz. Sure. Gain 5. Let's ill-timed. Discard our land. Nice. No discards. That'll turn into another discard. Yeah, we can just burn them out, I think, here. Let's pass. With Lightning Helix, and then Flashback, Flashback, that's 12 damage, plus Niv is 17. We're very close to just killing them here. Yep. They're looking for answers. They need to find another Sunfall. They've already used 2. Farewell would be very good as well if they find that. But they can't cast that this turn. This is a main phase Deluge here. They're desperate. Interesting move, yeah. I like it. I think Niv Mizzet's very tough to deal with. Let's do this. They can Leyline if they... Or, no more lies if they want. But they don't realize how close they are to dying here, I think. We attack again. So I have 3, 6, 9, and they're at 10. Shit. Should have tapped the stupid cavern. God damn it. Okay, we plot the Atraxa. I can make my own luck again. 1, 2... Yeah, I'm... Ugh, this fucking cavern. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. Cavern's kind of annoying here. Blast you. Blast you. Would have been able to kill them, I think, or put them to 1 anyway here. But I can't cast this last Helix. Okay. Now they're like, oh shit, I'm not gonna win this, am I? No, I don't think so. I think it's pretty lucky for us to win game 1. I think blue-white, if they know what's up, then it's different. But they use the Sunfall on Atraxa, and then now Niv Mizzet, they have no answer for this. You have to save Sunfalls for the Niv Mizzet, right? Oh, they have another one. Nice. Okay, got me. Well, we're gonna get a free Atraxa next turn. They're gonna need a hard counter for it. We're also at 67 life, so Jace is the way we're going to lose this game. Hopefully they don't have Jaces. Well, they would have kept Otawara, I think, in their hand if they had Jace. Wow, they had the last Sunfall. Most decks don't play more than 3. It's unlucky. Shit. Okay. Pretty sure this is going to get countered. Still gain the life, though. They're tapped out. Go. The 3/3 doesn't matter. I've got trophy for Mirex. It's just Jace that makes us lose here. I've got one more Niv-Miz and 2 Herd Migrations and a Lightning Helix. They're at 4 life. I don't feel too badly about this. There's a Helix. Okay, let's pass. Let's go for this. Okay. They should only have 1 Mirex here, so they get 1 token. Can take it out with a binding if I want. Don't have to do that yet. This guy's irrelevant because we've got 73 life. Sure. MTG Circle article doesn't have any speculative deck lists. Any particular reason excluded deck lists? Well, yeah, I don't see any purpose in putting deck lists in. Speculative is useless to me. I'm not interested in a speculative deck list. I think deck lists are far too refined. Like you actually have to know what you're doing when you make a deck list. If you don't know what you're doing, then how can you make a deck list? We don't know what the cards are going to be in the next set, so I think any exercise in making decks is futile. You take the existing decks, take out the cards that are rotating, and say, okay, is this good enough? Forget about what's coming, because where do you stop with that? The sky's the limit, right? Our imagination can run away with us, and we can say, yes. What if they have a card like this that makes this deck great? Yeah, but maybe they won't have anything like that. You know, it's like, I don't know. Okay, they're gonna kill us with Jace. I think that's what they're hoping here. Village. They're at 4. I've got a Niv Mizzet in my deck. I go get Niv Mizzet. I don't want to show them Niv Mizzet yet. This is on Dragon, so it's uncounterable. Okay. They can't counter this. They have to counter the Lightning Helix. I have 2 in my yard. Okay, pass. This is going to be really crazy. If they have a Jace to mill me out, I have to stop on my upkeep and kill them. Okay, I know they have a counter spell. I'm going to let this resolve. I know they have a counter spell. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to stop on my upkeep and double Lightning Helix kill them. This is going to be a crazy game. Because they're desperately looking for Jace here. I have 9 cards in my library, so I'm expecting Jace, mill, and then on my upkeep I double Helix, and they have to have 2 3 steps ahead. Yeah, they've still got too much mana. They would not be going for this if they didn't have a counter. I know they already had a counter before even the first Memory Deluge. They're not obviously going to not tap anymore. Okay, I think they're trying to bait me into doing it. They're trying to bait me into going for it. Okay, I was going to say they're not going to crack their clue, right? Niv Mizzet himself also kills them. They have to deck me. It has to be Jace here. Nothing else is... Wow, another Mirex. Most decks do not play more than 1. Interesting. But, Lord Farquaad on the article picture. I take that as a compliment. No, Farquaad was a piece of shit. Damn it. Wait for fate. Don't say that. We all know it's true. So they don't have Jace. Are you serious after double deluge? Oh, so I win? First we start with Niv Miz. Let's put them to the test here. That's already just lethal. They have 2 anchorages. Okay. crazy game. This is a crazy game. This is a great game. I know they have 2 counters, so I'm going to go trophy here. Force them to tap more mana, which really shrinks their... Yeah, they know. It's over. Ooh, Niv Mizzet taking game 1. Ooh, where it's not over yet. Hold up. Now the big guns come in. T-Rex. Negate, and then Tidebinder's tempting. Okay, I'm going to cut a Cornucopia. Niv Mizzet is good against them. Sunfall comes out. Go for the Throat comes out. Trophy obviously good. Lightning Helix is weird. I'm not crazy about Helix. I'm going to cut 1 ill-timed. Is that crazy? Lightning Helix. Are they going to bring in Graveyard Hate against me? They might. No, Tidebinder's not good. Tidebinder's not good. Get back in there. I'm gonna go 60 here. 60 with the helixes and everything. Z Games, how you doing, buddy? Sorry. I'm doing this for YouTube. Sorry I didn't get to that right away. Matches are going well. We played a bunch of different decks today. We're recording a 5-match set here for YouTube. We're in match number 1. Fallen. You're a legend, Fallen. Never forget that. I'm gonna keep this. Let me keep this. Okay. Lands. Lands are key to this whole affair. Rafine's into Zeotora. Rafine's into Garden. Rafine's into Garden is... Yeah, that's the best play here. Okay. Gotta think about it for a sec. Kasowski, what's up? Moral of the Shrek is that women will prefer literal ogre over a short guy. You know he's literal king. Farquaad was short, right? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I don't think that's quite the message, but I assume he's making a joke there. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You don't give women enough credit. They know. It's height doesn't matter. I think. The ones that care about that shit, that's just a red flag. If you're on some Tinder dating site and it's like, I only date guys that are 6'2" or whatever, you're like, all right, crap. Whew, dodged a bullet there. Great. Is that what you think matters? Fantastic. I will not give you the time of day. You could extend that to say anybody who bases their entire qualification system of dating somebody based on physical appearance. I mean, physical appearance is part of it, definitely. You have to be attracted to somebody, but something like height? Give me a break. That's totally irrelevant. Well, I know they're going to play a 4-drop here, so why don't I go... I'm going to play Zeotoras first. I want them to know that we have a land drop. If I play this first, they might think we're mana screwed. It incentivizes them to counter it. But if I play the land first, they know we're not mana screwed. They're less likely to counter this. I want this to resolve. Ah, they have their Mirex already. Okay. I probably have to pillage and try and find an Assassin's Trophy or Boseiju here soon. Cavern's nice. As soon as I draw something real here, we're going to get the Cavern. I'll take a poison. Mirex is our worst enemy. It's the only thing that matters against us. And they have 2 of them randomly in their deck, which is unfortunate. Yikes. Either one gets Sunfalled. I think I'm going to lead with Niv Mizzet here. Okay. Go. Okay. Pass to them. Don't be a dick and you get the woman. Yeah, but I mean, even... What about women? What is the rule there? Or for people who are attracted to the same sex? It's weird, this whole, like, get the princess thing. I don't know. And most men talk about, you know, women getting women, but it's you know, It's really just what does a romantic partner, any partner, want in another human being, right? Like what do you think makes you desirable to a potential partner? Doesn't even matter. Man or woman is irrelevant. I'm gonna go for Niv Miz. I assume they're gonna counter this. They don't have a field yet, or not counter. They're gonna Sunfall this, kill this. Okay. I'm gonna pass here. Can Lightning Helix their face. Presume they're gonna Sunfall. No plays on my end step. No Emperor, no Deluge. That's fantastic. Great. Deal. Yeah. Sunfall. They could Iganjo this? Oh, man. Should have waited till damage, dude. Now you've got to use a counter spell on my Lightning Helix. They have got to hard counter this. Otherwise, they just well, they're not 2 for 1. Oh, no. Yeah, you gotta wait till damage goes on the stack. In the damage step, you can still Iganjo. You're still in combat. You've got to go full control, let the damage go on the stack happen, and in the damage step, before you go to second main phase, Iganjo. It's annoying on Arena, but yeah, my opponent pulled the trigger a little too early there. Punch you in the face. Am I gonna pillage? I'm gonna pillage. I like big giant dorks. Let's make your own luck. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, and there's the Beseiju. Is that the Beseiju for your Mirex? I think it is. Oh, shit. With a legend in place, so I pay 1 and that's it? Oh, no. I got very lucky off the top there. That was fantastic. Oh, nice. Getting a Surveil land. Here comes Sunfall. I mean, and then what? T-Rex crushes you? I'm not going to play T-Rex until they Sunfall. So if they don't Sunfall, I'll keep punching them with Niv Mizzet. Cavern of Souls. Oh, they have a Field of Ruin now. I was going to say, Cavern of Souls still set to Dragon here. Let's see what they do. You can share your deck list, Thorand, absolutely. You can put it on my Discord as well, and I'll get to it later. Or if you want me to, I don't play best of 1. We're going to be doing a series in best of 3 here, but I can definitely look at it. Sure. Yeah. That was a good sequence, Baked Onion. Yeah, we pulled it together nicely there. The make your own. Yeah, that's it. Blue-white goes down. Like I said, if I have a good match against Blue-White, I don't know how many people know this, but Blue-White Control, currently the most popular game, according to live tournament results and Magic Online data, over the last 2 weeks. I think it just surpassed Esper Midrange as the most played deck in the last 2 weeks of tournament results. I think it's about 13% of the metagame. So if we have a good game against Blue-White Control, I feel pretty good, because all the life gain means we're great against aggro, and the worst matchups, Temur Ramp and Green-Black midrange, are, well, Green-Black is still a problem. That's really the only match that I see on the ladder. But the Temur Fireballs deck is not seeing any play, Temur Ramp, so I'll dodge all the bullets. See you in the next round. Okay, that's going to be for YouTube. Okay, so you have, yeah, let me see. Let me take a look at the list here. In the deck list channel. There you go. This is your Orzhov deck. Dust Animus, yeah. Two Hollow Marauders, interesting. Oops. Let me click on, or let me import this deck here real quick. Sure, we'll take a peep. Best of 1 is tough because, again, you know, yeah, like this kind of deck, if you're playing against a lot of aggro, oof, see, this kind of card is not good enough for standard. Same with this. But I get it, you're doing a discard thing. Yeah, so, like, I know what you're doing here, but it seems like, yeah, you just don't have enough wild cards to kind of make, you know, a lot of the best cards that you could be playing. But some of these are good, but some of them are very slow. Like, this is way too slow and clunky. Like, you just can't play stuff like this. Shouldered Edict is just a far superior card. But I get it. You have stuff that cares about, you know, gaining life, right? That Emergence? Oh my god. Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, so in best of 3, you would get smashed. How many lands are you playing? 23! Oh, dear God. You can't play this few lands. That's already problem number 1. Forget about whatever the cards you're playing here. You gotta cut a bunch of these cards for you're just not playing enough lands. You can't play 6-mana spells in a deck with 23 lands. Most games, you're never going to be able to play this. Some games you will, but rarely. You can't do that kind of stuff. What do you want? Wait for Fate. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, you go look at, like, Frank Karsten has a great article that's a seminal article about this kind of stuff. Just Google Frank Karsten mana base, and you'll get to the article where you can actually look at the mana. You need more lands. You can't play stuff like that. The other thing you need to do here is focus on what is this deck trying to do. Whatever your plan is it life gain? Is it discard? If you're doing a discard thing, you could be playing stuff like the Nurturing Pixie is nice, so you can bounce and make them discard again. Like, it seems like that's what you're doing. Go all in on that. Why are you not playing Hostile Negotiator in this deck? It seems insane. It's way better than all of these 5-mana and 6. Cut all these and put 4 Hostile Negotiator. Now, if you don't have the cards for that, then it's a different story. Then, you know, that's different. You don't have the Mythic Wild cards to craft it, but figure out what the deck is trying to do and then do that thing. Having a random reanimation card, when I see a deck like this with a bunch of 1, 1, 1, 1, it's not good. It means you don't know what your deck is doing. You have no clue. You're just trying to, like, flail. You're just trying to do everything. That's not how you build a good standard deck. You got to cut all these 1-ups. Figure out what your deck is actually trying to do. You're a low to the ground deck, so you should be playing like maybe 24 lands, and then you should not be playing anything that costs more than 4. So all this can go. Shouldered on the top end? Sure, Shouldered's a very powerful card. Liliana, okay, it fits with the discard. This shit you don't need. But again, this is best of 1? I don't know. What do you like that? I see what you're doing, right? You're trying to have game against everything with stuff like this. Artifact, enchantment. This is where best of 1 gets really weird. I can't really give you good advice, but the best decks in Magic are focus decks. That's what you should be doing. By the way, El Kamara Dastalin.
Welcome to the Squadron, El Kamara Dastalin. You are awesome.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You got to be focused, and you're definitely not playing enough lands. You are, yeah, short for sure on lands. At least 1, if not 2 more lands, and then if you do only 1 land, then you can get away with it, but you got to keep the curve really low. Like, nothing that costs more than 4. In fact, yeah, you should be playing Hostile Negotiator here. That seems like the best card for your deck. But, Homa and Shark Typhoon. Oh, yeah, that was a ridiculous deck. Yeah. Yeah. Be focused. You look at the best decks out there. I didn't realize this till I started listening to what other pros said about other pros' decks. And back in the day, like Tomohiro Saito would, make a deck, an aggro, green-red aggro deck. And people would look and go, that looks like a tight deck list. That looks tight. That looks like super efficient, no fat, just trim down all the fat, lean, mean. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And I'm looking at the deck list. Why is this deck list so tight? What do they mean by that? When you realize they're talking about the number of 4-ofs. A deck that has 4, 4, 4, 4. They know exactly what they want to do. Look at the Boros aggro deck. Look at a lot of different decks. Look at Control. They know exactly what they want to be doing. They're playing 4 No More Lies, 4 Deduce, 4, 5, 3 steps ahead, 5 Wraths, more Wraths. The Wraths, you have cards that overlap, so you can, play more than one type of card there, but they basically are playing the max number of their best cards because they know that that's my best card. You didn't play more than 4 or less than 4 Wandering Emperor before or whatever. So like aggro decks, they'll play like mono red, green red. They'll play obviously 4, 4, 4, 4, and then there's a couple 2s and maybe a 1, and this depends on the deck. Sometimes you have a toolbox deck where you're finding stuff. That's a different story, but Most decks you want to be focused, and that means the best cards, you max those, and you just, that's what you're doing. Gives you the highest chance of having that perfect curve. If I ask you in that white-black deck, what is your nut draw? Can you even answer me? I don't know what that is. If you can say yes, turn 1 this, turn 2 this, turn 3 4, turn 3 turn 4, this is the best curve, then you should be playing all of those cards as 4-ofs, not a bunch of like 1-ofs and random shit, you know what I mean? But of course, best of one, you know, that metagame, maybe you do want to have one random answer to an enchantment or something. I don't know. That's where it gets really fucking weird. That's why I just avoid it altogether by not playing best of one. So it's hard to give you advice for that. Aggro is predominant, so maybe you put more stuff against aggro. I would put more anti-aggro cards if I was going to err on one side of, you know, here's my deck, but now I'm going to go a little bit toward anti-aggro and put in a couple more 1-ofs of whatever. Sure. But really, lean mean meat burger, yeah. So anyway, yeah. Counter, I know, but that's, don't be results based. So what that means is you'll play a match where you lose to this random card. It's Simpson. It's the synthetic synthesizer or whatever it's called. You know, something like that you just can't interact with and you're like, holy fuck, like I can't beat that card. Well, guess what? It's okay. Just don't worry about it. If you play against that deck again, just scoop on turn 1 and move on with your life. It's fine. That's what you need to do. Don't just start changing your deck because somebody beat you with one card, because then the next 10 matches, you're not going to play against that card. And the card you put in to deal with it is bad, and it's just going to make your deck worse. You can't beat everything in Magic. It's impossible. So don't worry. Don't sweat it. If you lose to some random card or deck that's a real outlier, just ignore it. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Clone Cthulhu knows.
On Cthulhu, welcome. The Elder Gods return. You're back.
I like a little Cthulhu in my life. All right, we're recording this for YouTube. Let's get the next game up here. Seriously, that really is it, Thorin. I think Magic is a game where people trick themselves. They think they can have a deck that's good against everything. That's not how Magic works. You can't. Show me a deck, whatever you think the best deck in the world is. I'll show you a deck that beats the shit out of it. You know, it's Magic. I could custom make a deck to beat any other deck, but it's not about that. It's about the law of averages and how often are you going to encounter that deck. You lose to Mill? Well, who gives a shit? Nobody's playing Mill. If you run into a Mill deck on the ladder, just don't worry about it. Just don't bother changing anything, right? I am Groot. There's the Nip to Life deck. Yeah. Nadu, yeah. There is a tier 0 decks. Oh, absolutely. That's right. Main vein. Yeah. Again, that's, you know, weird outliers, and this will be corrected. If you think Nadu is not going to be banned, you're dreaming, right? Please, like, I mean, God, please don't ban Shuko. All right, hold up. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are for round number 2 in our 5-match set. Has it only been 1 round? Damn, Blue-White Control. It took a while to beat them, but we did. Yikes. I'm going to keep this. With Herd Migration to get white, I feel pretty good here. I can keep. Herd Migration solves all the problems. Hopefully we're playing against aggro. Ooh. This is Esper mid-range, I assume. So we are going to migrate here. They can't Tidebind this, so I'm not too worried about passing the turn here. Show me Dennick. Oh, white-black. Oh, okay. Even better. Esper Rafine is a very good deck. White-black ain't a good deck. Little American slang for my American homies. I guess Canadians, I don't know. I don't hear a lot of Canadian people say ain't. And we definitely don't say y'all. Y'all is something that doesn't exist here. But whenever my American friends say it, I'm like, oh, yeah. Y'all, right. You guys say that. Mistman, yeah. Rakdos Storm deck. What? 93 and 7? Did he do 100 matches with the same deck? Oh, you're talking best of 1 though, main vein or something, right? Not best of 3. Best of 1? Or sorry, best of 3, he did 100 matches? That's crazy. With the same deck? You think you would change it a little bit along the way, but maybe not. Ooh. Why would you kill Cavern? Are you playing blue? Maybe they're playing blue. Blue. Deal. Rude. They should take my Ancient Cornucopia, but they're going to take Lightning Helix because they don't know what I'm doing. They say nice. Thanks. Oh, they take Cornucopia. Damn. Go. They're never beating me with damage. Unless they're playing blue, it's weird for them to hit my cavern there. Yeah, I will gain. Yeah. Why is it a May? Why would I ever not want to gain life? There are some corner cases, actually, right? That's a Niv Miz next turn? Or a Traxa next turn? Deal. I'm in. Rude. Fine. Go to 30. Dirty 30. You know Atraxa's coming down. Actually, they don't know that I have Cavern here, do they? Let me catch up with you guys. Sorry. This spin, they ended up nerfing 2 of the key cards in the combat to prevent it being possible. Pre-nerf, it was busted. Interesting. Yeah, well, it's a rare, thank God. If it was a mythic and really expensive, it would be crazy. But think about Modern right now. Modern is very expensive. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Everybody's talking about Nadu. But do you know how many copies of the One Ring were in the last Pro Tour that just happened last weekend? In the Modern Pro Tour? 337 copies of the One Ring. Everybody's talking about Nadu, but every deck that wasn't Nadu was playing like full play sets of the One Ring. That was the only way you could compete with Nadu. And the One Ring's $100. It's $100 card. If you need a playset of that to get into Modern, that's a huge problem. That is not good. You know what I mean? That paying $400 for just the first playset of the most important card, you just have to pony up that $400. That sucks. I don't know. That's not good if you ask me, but I kind of like Sunfall here to deal with that Aclazotz. Make Your Own Luck is also insane. I've got Leyline. Oh, I can't cast. I didn't find an untapped white source, so I can't Leyline this Aclazotz. They're going to make me discard something. I guess I just discard the land, right? We'll take land. I'll take Make Your Own Luck. I don't give a shit about Aclazotz. Only drawing 3 cards feels bad, man, but whatever. So, you know, yeah, price is a huge problem. And then, you know, thankfully, if they ban Nadu, nobody's going to suffer and, you know, take a hit to their wallet. But can you imagine spending, remember when Ragavan was $100? Remember when people were like, oh, all these Modern Horizons 2 cards, I have to buy a playset of Ragavans to play Modern. All right, here we go. $400. I'm going to make a Ragavan deck. And then Modern Horizons 3 comes out and your deck rotates. And you're like, oh shit, I just spent $400 on Ragavan and it's unplayable now. If you asked anybody 3 months ago, will Ragavan be unplayable in 3 months after Modern Horizons comes out? Nobody would say yes. Nobody would have guessed that that was the case. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy. But here we are. You know, what do you, like, yeah, it's a forced rotation. We jokingly say that about Modern Horizons. It's a forced rotation. It is. It's not a joke. That is literally what it is. It's a forced rotation. So it feels bad when you drop half a, you know, grand on Magic cards and then your deck rotates in an eternal format that was, you know, Modern was supposed to be for people who, you know, didn't want to buy a new standard deck every year. So they, you know, things rotate, but that's why this is an eternal format. You can play that deck you invested in. You can still play it in this format. You know, that's what that stuff was. That's what Commander was initially, right? A way to still get value out of your Magic cards once they're worthless in terms of the competitive scene. But all of that has changed, right? Wizards realized, oh shit, a lot of people, you know, play Commander. Let's start printing stuff straight to Commander. Now Commander's expensive. Like, you know, you've got to have artificial rules to keep it cheap or whatever. Same with Modern. You know, those sets were supposed to be for, you know, to give your cards value over the long term, but Wizards wants you to buy more packs. So it makes sense for them to rotate those formats. Like, I'd feel really bad if I had a playset of Ragavan that I struggled hard to get, spent a lot of money or traded a bunch of stuff for, and then now this. It's crazy how fast, like, the whole metagame completely rotated. That, I don't think anybody saw that coming. It's kind of insane. Anyway, I think Esper Goryo's Vengeance is the only deck that maybe is playable because it has a good game against Nadu. That's it. Everything else is done. If you told me Amulet Titan would be just straight out of the format, I thought Amulet Titan was going to pick up some new tools like that Nantuko. Springheart Nantuko is insane in that deck, and blah, blah. Whoa. No, it doesn't matter. Springheart Nantuko is way more insane in Nadu. Why are you playing Titan? That's old and busted shit. We're playing the new hotness. What do I do here? I'm kind of just blabbing because I go for the throat, maybe. I don't like white-black control. They're gonna make me discard cards. They're probably gonna have Liliana, right? I'm gonna bring in Baloth. We're gonna get them here. Go for the throat out. Okay. They go to Lightning Helix. Anyway, it's kind of wild when you think about it. 337 ring, yeah. Counterfeit cards? Well, yeah. When I was in Asia, a lot of people would order on Alibaba and places like that. You could even order, but you have to buy a lot. Not like many a lot, but one lot of cards. And one lot is like 10,000 cards. So you would get a bunch of buddies together and you would all order, because it can be any cards you want. You can have 50 of this, 50 of that, 50, 50, 50, 50, as long as you get up to 10,000. So you just order a huge ton of cards, you split the cost. It's not that expensive. 10,000 cards, it's like $100. You all kick in, you know, whatever, and you get 10 copies of like 100 card or whatever, 10 copies of 10 cards or whatever it is, or 100 cards. And then and you would have all these proxies. People did that all the time back over there. That's how we played Legacy. Because a lot of the old Legacy cards and stuff, they're just impossible to find in Asia. Europe has a good selection of Legacy cards. Asia doesn't. North America does. So it was tough to get Legacy groups together. You had to allow proxies. I don't have red here, but it's not the end of the world, I think. We'll see. MTGA will have something at Commander? Yeah, I think they will. In fact, Baked Onion Juice, the CEO of Hasbro, Chris Cox, went on the record and said they are actually working on developing that right now. He said this a few months ago, that they are actually working on bringing multiplayer to Arena. So we'll see if that's actually gonna happen or not. Come on, Liliana of the Veil +1. Show me Liliana one time. Okay. Nice pickup there. Third land untapped. Liliana, come on. Liliana. Ah. Oh. Fine. Wow. Not being able to Lightning Helix is kind of hurting me here. Eege. I can't use Boseiju here. I'm debating Beseijuing Mirex before they can untap and activate it, but or, you know, just untap and have the, you know, if I Boseiju on their turn, they get the mana. Let's see here. Yeah, they will. They will have it. Ragavel play in Border. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. After the bans, why would they play it after? Shouldn't it? If it's good enough, it should be good enough now. No. Yeah, it'll be a while wait for Fate, but Chris Cox literally said they're working on it now. Like this is an official statement that he made at some shareholder meeting or whatever. They take Lightning Helix or whatever. Yeah, I'm fine with that. They know I have Baloth now, which kind of sucks, but they have Count Dracul. Sure. Do your worst. Yeah, I'm not sure what Wait for Fate is referring to there. Splatterpoo? I thought you were already following. That's okay, though. I'm glad you're back.
Splatterpoo. Careful. Don't eat those green apples, buddy.
Gonna get the green apple splatters. Could plot this. Nah. Do it now. 8 shark bait. Oh, it's just shark bait 8. Or shark bait 8/8. You know what I mean. Let's see if they're out of discard. We'll see. Shark bait!
Welcome to the squadron, Sharkbait. Yes. You're a goddamn apex predator is what you are.
I love sharks. I scuba dive. I used to scuba dive. I scuba dove many times. I have an advanced scuba diver's license, so I've done night dives, wreck dives, all kinds of stuff. I've touched sharks before. They're crazy. When you go underwater and all the different fish swimming around, the most dangerous fish. The way you know something is really dangerous in the animal kingdom, they don't rush. They don't move quickly. Watch a shark in the water and it just casually, it's so slow. Whenever it wants to, it can just be like lightning and it just goes pew and it's gone. And you're like, whoa. But for the most part, it's just chilling. Or like a lionfish, super poisonous. They just chill. They're just chilling. Or a lion. It's like you know you're the best. Nobody's gonna do shit to you. So you are... Should I just sunfall here? So you're just chilling. And I remember we used to, where I used to scuba dive, the one time I touched a shark, they'll go down to the bottom and they'll sleep. Basically, they're just right on the bottom, just like floating right above the bottom. And black-tipped reef shark, they're like tips of their fins are black. You could, if you were really quiet, you hold your breath and you just glide right up behind it and you reach your arm out. And if you're lucky and super careful, you can just pinch their tail. Just as you touch their tail, as soon as you touch it, usually you can't even touch it, it's very hard. But as soon as you get close or touch it, they just immediately bolt. And it's so fast, like my eyes, I couldn't, it's like the speed of light almost. They are just gone. And they're like sand, just poof, and they're gone. You're like, what the fuck? Crazy. Sharks are awesome. What did they do to me? Didn't I just miss it? No, I sunfalled, right? Ow. Might die here. Might die. Anyway, sharks are sweet. Yeah, what's the central rules? Game state. Okay. Right. Well, but wait for Fate. You know what? We don't know enough about how the rules engine works. Like, they said the same thing about Mindslaver effects, right? They said you could never have Emrakul, whatever the Emrakul was that lets you take their turn. And then they ended up working. They even talked about how long it took them to eventually be able to program that, where you would play Emrakul and take their turn. In Cube Draft, we were doing it a bunch. It was still bugged. Emrakul still had certain cards that would bug it, but it was close enough that it would work, right? That was also something they said they would never be able to do with that in Arena, and they ended up doing it because the devs initially said it was too much, like they're not going to be able to do it. Then they found a way. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did find a way to eventually do multiplayer, but it's, I mean, can you imagine casual multiplayer? I think you should have to pay a certain number of gems or gold, probably gold, just 500 gold per match, and people will bitch. But the reality is you need to have that. Otherwise, you're going to have commander games where people just, oh, you're playing that general? And they scoop. You know, like that? Yeah. Liliana, sure. They've been sandbagging this the whole game because they don't want to plus it. It's just going to sit there not doing anything now. Sure, dude. White-black planeswalkers, kind of grindy here. I have to find a way out of this. I think I'm going to ill-timed here. My opponent's at 9 life. Might be able to just Lightning Helix my opponent out of the game. Soren's gonna do a bunch of damage though, so that's bad. I think I'm dead now, aren't I? Baloth? Darn. Okay. Game 3 it is. Bunch of Planeswalkers, huh? Hidebinder seems good against Planeswalkers. T-Rex is probably good too.